This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building a starter house here in the world of Hanford-on-Badgerly, which is of course the brand new world coming in the Cottage Living expansion pack. And this is sadly the last build that I will be sharing, and I miss this expansion pack so much already. I really enjoyed playing around with it. This has to be one of my absolute favorite expansion packs, even though, like I've mentioned in the previous builds that I've shared, that I don't love everything 100%. I still love the pack as a whole. I think it's so good and it's so cute, and now that I don't have it, I'm really missing it. But either way, thank you so much to EA for providing me with this early access copy so I could take a look at it early. I just really appreciate it. And keep in mind, this is not final software. Things are subject to change because the build has not been released yet. But either way, as you can see, the shape of this starter house is coming together. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, it's very similar in shape. It's not exactly, because the roof line is a little bit different. I mean, the overall roof line is the same, but the shape of the roof is different. I do have this little pop out on the right side of the build where I make like a little hobby skill building room. It's not really anything too special because this is a starter house, so it's not overly decorated or cluttered or anything. It's pretty simply decorated, but I still tried to make it feel lived in and fully decorated. And thankfully, a lot of the objects in the debug and live edit objects are free, so you can fully landscape your build and add a ton more decorations without spending any money. So that makes building starter houses so much easier. And I just think this house ends up being really cute. It's very Disney looking in my opinion. I think the slope of the roofs, the way I created those, makes it feel even more Disney. And like I mentioned, I really want to do some Disney builds now because I feel like so many of these things just look like they belong on like Snow White's cottage or something, especially the door with the wreath on it, and it has like a very whimsical shape to it. Do you guys know what door I'm talking about? I didn't do a build and buy overview. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see once the pack is actually released, because that's just not something I took the time to do while having this early version of the expansion pack. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm up for doing if you guys still would like to see it. I know a few people have done it with their early versions, so if you guys have already seen it and you're not interested, don't worry about it. I will just build and build and build, and I won't be too bothered by it. But if you guys would like to see it, then I'd be happy to do it. And let me know if you'd like to see Create a Sim as well. But again, I know other people have done it, so if not, I'm not too worried about it. But either way, here you can see I'm moving on to the interior using the new kitchen set. I really love this green color. I think I end up changing it, and I wish I would have left it because I think one of the other houses I ended up using the blue as well. But I think once I placed the dining table, I was like, oh, I want to go with the blue. And I love the light blue version the most. Unfortunately, the swatches that have, or the version of the counters that have the curtains, they're pink. And like I mentioned, I just don't really like that color combination very much. So I feel very stuck when it comes to the variation with the curtains. And I don't know, I really like these counters. And as I've been going through these voiceovers and builds, I've been trying to think if they are very similar to the ones that came from Country Kitchen. And a lot of you guys have pointed out in the first video that I did that you think they're different enough. And I think I agree with you guys. The only thing is, I think the curtains are making me feel like they are similar. I just kind of wish they didn't have those. Maybe only on like one or two of the options, but it seems like a lot of them have the curtains. But maybe you guys like them, and maybe it's just me that doesn't. But either way, they're still really nice, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of use out of them. And they definitely work really well for these cottage homes. And yeah, these wallpapers are also really cute too. Again, I love the one with the bunnies and the mushrooms and the little eggs and the leaves. It is just so cute and adorable. And the rug that I'm using in the living room has the same pattern on it. I think they're just so adorable. And yeah, I think for a starter house, this ends up actually being pretty well furnished and fully decorated, like I mentioned, and I think it just looks so cute. So hopefully you guys are gonna like it too. And like I mentioned, I've already shared a couple of other builds. So I shared a family home, and then I shared a country sort of cottage build that's for a single sim or a couple. It's not very big, but you could probably easily add on to it if you would like to renovate it for a family. Now, I did save my saves folder of this version of the game, and so once this pack is released, I will put that save file into my game, and then hopefully all of the builds will still be there and they'll be intact. And I mean, I'm sure they'll be intact, but you know what I mean. I hope the save did not break or something happened and I won't be able to get my builds, because I really want to be able to put these on the gallery for you guys, because this version of the game does not allow you access to the gallery. As you can see, it's kind of grayed out at the top of the screen, but yeah, hopefully it works so I can share them with you guys. So I think these builds are so cute, and I'm sure some of you guys would maybe like to play with them, but either way, I will update that once the pack is released. Over here is going to be the bedroom. I, again, love this bed. I'm using a solid version of it, but the floral prints are probably my favorite. They're so cute. There's also some plaid ones too. And this dining table is absolutely adorable. The tablecloths I love. I would have loved to have seen a larger version with a tablecloth, just because I've been wanting to see more tables with tablecloths. And so either way, I love that one, and I just think it's really adorable, and the chairs that go with it are super cute too. And just all the clutter items that came in this pack I really enjoy as well. Like the teapot that I placed on the stove is one of my new favorite items. Like, this pack is really good for clutter, and there's just so many good little pieces that I think are gonna work in not only these cottage builds, but in all types of different style of builds. Maybe not super modern builds. Actually, maybe the canisters. There's a few swatches that I think would work well in modern builds, but maybe the teapot wouldn't necessarily, but that's totally fine. But anyways, here I'm moving on to the exterior, and of course I'm going into the live edit objects to find the different decorations, because they are cheap and also they're really good. Like the debug and the live edit objects with this pack is probably, if it's not the best, it is up there when it comes to debug, because there's so many good just world objects and just like so many things that I wasn't really expecting. Like, I was really pleasantly surprised when I went into the debug menu and the live edit objects and found so many good things in there. But yeah, like I mentioned, a lot of them are free, so it was definitely helpful when decorating a starter house. I forgot what it was called for a second. But anyways, over on the left side of the build, I do end up placing a few of those gardening patches so your Sims can do some gardening. And then on the right side of the build, I placed a picnic table, because picnics are now a thing. And I also think it looks really cute here on the exterior of this build. And then other than that, I just end up adding a bunch of plants, trying to make it feel lush and cozy and kind of overgrown, but not too overgrown, if that makes any sense. But anyways, we are adding the final few decorations to the build, and then we'll be going on to the screenshot. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the other builds that I've been sharing. I will have them linked in the description if you guys have not seen them already, so you can find them really easily. But anyways, yeah, this is it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoy the screenshot. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Are you hearing my words I'm saying to you? 'Cause I'm looking in your eyes, you're looking past mine, but I'm just trying to break the cycle. Why are you staring at the door like I'm in the way? If you're leaving, that's fine, but don't forget your pride.